Jinx.
It's Jake and Joy with Cook with Jake and Joy in our 7th season, and we're really excited about this season. We've been making a lot of recipes that we've never made before. Some of them have turned out great. Some of them have been a little sketchy. We've also made some that are kind of tried and true favorites as well. Yeah. But we're also trying to make sure that you know the benefits of what you're eating when you're eating a vegan and gluten-free diet. Maybe you're watching the show and you're not vegan or gluten-free, but you can add, like a dish, like just eating one plant-based meal a week is equivalent in terms of leaving your carbon footprint. It's equivalent to driving an electric car or never driving at all. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Just one
really
day
crazy.
a week. It's not one meal, it's one day.
One day.
One day a week.
Eating plant-based one day.
Yes, that might be a challenge for some of you to take that on, Derek.
What?
To just be plant-based one day a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the day that you're here. Like today,
I've been
plant-based all day.
All day.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Week 1 down.
Yeah.
Okay, so this recipe came out on Super Bowl Sunday, and everybody was looking for how do I make a healthy treat that people are still going to really like. And one of my friends in Kansas made this. She called it a baked vegan buffalo chicken dish, but that doesn't make any sense to us. So we're calling it a baked buffalo cauliflower with vegan dip.
What was that C word you used there?
Cauliflower, your
Derek's
favorite.
I mean celery or cauliflower?
We committed to making a cauliflower dish every episode, every season, not every episode.
Because
every
Derek
season,
hates
just
it.
because you hate it so much.
But also because cauliflower is actually really good for you. It's got tons of fiber. It's a cruciferous vegetable, so it's really gonna like scrub out your intestines for you. It's really, really nice when it does that. Full of B vitamins. It helps protect against cancer, which we all want to avoid. Because of the amount of fiber, it aids in weight loss because really it's very filling. Also helps with digestion, of course. And it has choline, which is essential for learning and memory.
Yeah, choline is really great for your brain. And a lot of people think you can only get choline in fish, but you can get choline in cauliflower. So that's awesome. So we're going to start by making the sauce. We've already prepared the cauliflower. So I'll walk you through preparing the cauliflower. You're going to cut it into pretty small pieces, and then you're going to coat it in a buffalo sauce. This was pretty damn spicy. Yeah, this is wing time. It says super hot. So I'm not going to add any more to the sauce. It calls to add more to the sauce, but I'm not going to add any more because it was already really spicy, made my mouth kind of burn. This recipe asks you to use a brand called Frank's, which I couldn't find that, so I used this wing time, and it was pretty darn spicy. So that's already been done. We coated it in the sauce. We baked it at 450 degrees for 20 minutes, and it got pretty nice and crunchy, so we'll show you that in just a minute. First, we're going to make the sauce. So also while I was doing that, I boiled some potatoes, so we're putting in, it calls for a cup of potato, but I just did a whole potato. And then also it called for a quarter of an onion, which isn't very much. So we'll put that in there. And then what else does it ask for?
Then it wants us to put 1 cup of raw cashews.
Yeah. And now you could soak the cashews if you wanted to. Some people think that you need to. Jake makes cashew milk, and she doesn't have to soak them for that.
No, because they're so soft.
So we didn't soak it.
A half a cup of cooked white beans, which we just used a Tetra Pak of. We didn't actually cook them ourselves. They were already cooked.
No. We'll
a quarter cup of cashew milk.
Or almond milk.
We
used
have almond milk.
Uh-huh.
A quarter cup of veggie broth.
And I'm using this no chicken broth. This is one of my favorite things in the world. I have this for my first drink in the morning. I mix this with just veggie broth. And I like to make my own broth, but I don't always make my own broth.
It's time consuming.
It is time consuming. If I would get into more of a habit of just like whenever I cook, I save, like what I'm making. Right. It would be a lot easier. But I haven't done that. But this stuff is great. Yeah, it's really
so it does call for more wing sauce. We're not going to do that, or buffalo sauce. And then we put the onion in already, and then the two cloves of garlic, and then we blend it up.
And garlic, once again, is so great for so many things. It's an antibacterial, an antifungal. It's got allicin in it. Any of the onions, shallots, garlic, all of that stuff have so many good antibacterial properties for you. In fact, some people will put garlic cloves in between their toes when they're sick. Yeah. Because that's like the fastest way to absorb it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So what's crazy about that is that you can put garlic in between your toes and you can taste it really quickly. Yeah. Yeah, which is crazy. Well, how much it's absorbed. Which, is another topic, but that also makes you be more conscious of what you put on your skin because it's getting in there.
That is a whole other topic. Yes, it is. Okay, should we blend this up, or is there anything else that needs to go? I think you should put a cover on it though before you blend it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, and while you do that, I'm going to spray this pan with olive oil. It didn't call for me to do that.
Where's the thing?
What thing? The tamper?
Presser downer.
The presser downer? It's probably in here because you keep leaving everything in the sink.
Jake, what's the symbol for the tamper?
I'm not even gonna do it.
The symbol for what?
Then I have it, see? It makes more sense when I have it in my hand.
Awesome.
You want it to be super smooth. You don't want there to be chunks of cashews in there.
No, that wouldn't be good. So here's how the cauliflower turns out. It's coated. It's pretty crunchy. It's supposed to be about 3 cups, and this looks to be about 3 cups. Can I have that great big bowl? I'm going to dump that. I'm going to dump all this in the bowl. Whoa! And I use parchment paper on this so I don't have to have a big mess to clean up. Plus, we're not adding any extra oil to the pan, which I really like. Okay, and then we're going to dump the sauce over the top of it. I don't know if
that's a lot of sauce for this.
I know. I'm having a feeling. Well, I think it just bakes up that way. And I don't know. Maybe that's not a whole 3 cups.
I mean,
just don't put the whole thing in.
3 cups, like 3 cups of cauliflower.
It doesn't look like 3 cups, but that's okay. We could make another batch out of the other one.
Want to try that and just see?
I don't think that's going to be enough.
Well, yeah.
No, that's not enough. We need more. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be pretty soupy.
I think I put there's a lot left.
Well, but you need more than what we've got.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying I don't know that the whole thing is going to be.
No, might not. Might not be. I think I probably put more potato than I needed to. Those potatoes were kind of big.
Oh, right, because it didn't call for.
It only called for a cup of potato, and I put more. How's it taste?
It's really good.
Is it? I want a little bit more.
You can see why they would have you put more of the wing sauce in, because it's sort of
a
blandish flavor.
Yeah, but I think once we get
I think it's good.
The cauliflower is already really spicy.
Yeah, so if you don't use such a spicy sauce, it would probably be smart to put it in there.
Yeah. Let me just taste a little bit. It's flavorful though. You can taste the garlic.
You totally can. But you can see why they want the tanginess in the sauce. Yeah.
Okay. So let's put it into that pan. Do you have a spatula? Can you grab one? It's probably in the sink. Yay. Okay. You think that's bowl's big enough?
I know. This has been way too big of a bowl for everything that we've
I
made.
love this bowl. I've had this bowl since I was in college. I just love it because I like to mix, like you can mix that muesli that we made in it. There's just so many things that you can mix in a bowl this big. I love it. The only problem is I don't have any place to keep it, so I have to keep it down in the basement. It's kind of funny. I think this is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to bake it. I turned the oven down to 350. And we're going to bake it at 350 for about 20 minutes. Isn't that what it calls for?
15 to 20.
Yeah, okay.
Check at 15 minutes to see if it formed a nice firm layer on the top.
Yeah, and I think we need more of that stuff on the very top.
Okay.
Don't you love that we experiment on our show? You never know what's coming out. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because I think that's just supposed to have pieces. Like I've never had, Derek, have you ever had that buffalo chicken dip that they talk about?
Yes.
So it's a dip.
It's a dip.
It's a dip. Oh, I was thinking
relatively thick.
Okay, I was thinking it was buffalo cauliflower, which is like I've had before, where it's chunks of cauliflower, and it just is in buffalo sauce. So this is not what I was imagining. This is why I thought that was too much sauce.
I
That's
see.
why. I never had this.
No, it's a dip.
So what do you dip in it?
Chips, celery, carrots, fingers.
That's probably what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. So this is gonna bake, and through the magic of television, we'll be back and it'll be done.
Yeah.
If I wanted to have a ton of this dip, I would have made it ahead of time, but I didn't really want to have 2 pans of buffalo dip.
No.
Okay.
Here we go.
Throw that in the oven.
Here's the before. Here's the before
before
shot.
Do you think it's ready?
We're back. It's ready.
I think it's gonna be ready. Okay, let's take it out.
Okay.
It's always so exciting when you're making a dish that you've never made before. And I'm worried about the spiciness of it. Now, I wonder, so I took this bowl out, because I always think that presentation is so important. That looks really beautiful. But I would probably put it into a bowl, would you? Or would you leave it like that?
I might leave it like that so you get the layers, because we added that layer on the top, so then you get, I don't know.
That's true. I don't know.
So
the recipe calls for eating it with celery or with chips. I'm a little afraid to try it because it's going to be really hot. But I do like, see how it's got that little crust on it?
Got like a hard, the top layer is kind of hardened.
And that's how you know it's done.
Yeah,
So,
and what the recipe said is that like everything's already cooked through, so you don't have to worry about like the cauliflower cooking is already cooked. You just want to make sure it gets heated all the way through, and when it gets that like kind of firmer top layer, that's how you know everything's done.
so how do you save it and eat it for later?
I don't know.
You probably don't, right?
You probably don't. You probably gotta eat it.
Yeah. It's actually, I think you like it. It's not too spicy.
Well, you only got the sauce. You didn't even get a cauliflower, so the
That's
sauce
true.
isn't spicy. Oh, it's hot.
What do you think? It's really good. I like that. I would make this and take it to something. I would take it to like a party. I think that would be really good. If I was going to serve it in that dish, I probably would use a prettier. It also said that you could put it into little ramekins.
Oh,
and
do
cook
like
it.
more individual. That's cute.
Yeah, that would be kind of cute.
really
And you could
cute.
put it on like a big platter. But I think that one of the issues is how do you keep it hot if that's how it's got to be?
Right. I don't know, but that I can taste the spice. So even the cauliflower thing getting into the dip, it's already too. It's already
too hot for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be too hot for me too.
Can't eat the
so-
cauliflower.
So note to self.
Different sauce.
Different sauce. One that doesn't say extremely hot on the bottle.
This will melt your face
Yes,
off.
I think that's what it said.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And also, but what I'm really impressed by is that I had a dip like that. Well, I didn't have it, but I saw it at a Super Bowl party that I went to, and I was laughing because I had just gotten this recipe, and it was the cauliflower, not the cauliflower, it was the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all cheese and chicken and buffalo sauce. That's all it was.
Yeah.
So it was kind of crazy. So I think this is really good. I'm pretty happy with how some of the recipes that we're doing are turning out.
Some of them may need some tweaks, like the spice, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Do I have stuff all over my face?
No.
No? Okay. Awesome. That's all we've got for this episode of Cook with Jake and Joy. Stay tuned next week and we'll have something brand new for you. See you then.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.